what's poppin'? It's your boy Jay the Comedian. How y'all doing today? Today I'm doing pretty good. I sprained my wrist sleeping somehow. I'm getting old. Today I would like to go over some definitions with you. How you like that? Definitions. And today in definitions, I would like to go over two words. The first word being conditional. What does the word conditional mean? Let's go over it. Conditional means if I invite you over my house, I say, okay, you can come hang out under one condition. If you come over here, you can't beat off in my garden. That would be the condition. You'd have to agree to it and adhere to it once you get over there. You know what I'm saying? That's what a conditional is. A conditional. That's what a condition is. Now, if I say you can come over my house unconditionally, that means you come over and you may beat off in my garden and I'll be upset, but I can't be too mad at you because I told you can come over without conditions and I knew how you get down inside of flower pots and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what unconditional means. Do we have that definition down pat now? Do we got it? Yes, it's a Jay the Comedian version of a definition, but I think you'll remember this one a little bit better than other ones. Because this is another thing. When you have unconditional love for somebody, that means even if they come over your house and beat off in your garden, you'll still love them. You'll still say, you know what? I don't like what you did to my petunias and my tulips, but you know what? I still got love for you because I love you even when you've done something as terrible as that. You know what conditional love means? It means, you know what? I had all type of love for you until you did what you did. Now you take your soil and my pots, you can keep them, now they're yours. And get out! That's conditional love. Okay? Do we got that? Can we easily bring that up next time you hear those words? Because I remember sitting in the Kingdom Hall all the time and I remember hearing, oh, the brothers and sisters love you unconditionally. They love you. Jehovah loves you unconditionally, right? And I'm sitting there the entire time thinking, oh man, I need to figure out what this word unconditional means because the word that I get in school is way different than the word that they use in here. Because as we all know, it's hella conditions under which you'll be loved. Because you can get unloved pretty quickly. All it takes is one announcement from the Kingdom Hall stage, and that love, it goes quick. You're loved until you get the conditions of your love is that they don't read you off on the on the platform. That's the conditions. I will love you unless you get read off on the platform. Then I'll have to kick you out of your house. Then I have to kick you out of my house and ignore your phone calls. Those are the conditions to my unconditional love. You know what I'm saying? And Jehovah's the same way. Yeah, I'll love you unless you stop believing in me. Then I'll destroy you. Like, come on, man. Do y'all remember hearing those words? Just, how much I love you. Like, that's the thing I've learned recently. Not recently, but over the last several years. I really have a problem with people who tell other people that they love them. You know what I'm saying? And it's just something they say in passing, in conversation, you know? Because I've learned that people who just loosely throw the word I love you around. Now, I know if you're just kidding or you're just telling somebody that, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I love your stuff that you do. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who 3 seconds into a relationship, all right, you know I love you, right? I love you. I love you. It's just like, oh my God, brother, chill out. Like, those type of people are not trustworthy. And it's probably because I've been told so many times that I love you by so many Jehovah Witnesses. And to see how quick that love will turn into, I don't even see you no more. You're standing there, I'm ignoring you. Because you're not living up to Jehovah's standard. So, I'm going to have to take away my unconditional love. Because you violated the conditions of my unconditional love. You see, the Jehovah Witnesses, their logic on a lot of things is 1 + 1 = 11. Because you have 2 ones. So obviously, the answer is 11. You know what I'm saying? Like 1 plus 2 is 12, and so on and so forth. Because the actual 1 plus 1 equals 2, like, that would require logic and reasoning and, critical thinking. Not even a lot, but just enough. And they use a lot of, like, just straightforward, on the surface type reasoning, Like, if somebody sins against the Holy Spirit, then that's the unforgivable sin. That's the sin that can't be, forgiven, right? That's the unforgivable sin. Are you kidding me? I can think of 100 things off the top of my head that I'll never forget somebody for. I remember one time I heard this girl put her toe in my soup one day. I haven't forgiven her yet, nor will I ever. I don't care if you was just joking, Susan. You don't do that to people's soup. She's a super apostate. Point being, they take a lot of things that you'll read and you can interpret it a bunch of different ways in the Bible. But because 1 plus 1 equals 11, they figure out a way to interpret it and they run with it. They go with it. Yep, that's what that means. Yep, sure do. Yep, you can't beat off, can't wear tight clothes, none of that stuff. Because the simple fact, it's in the Bible and it can kind of be seen that way, We're not going to sit down and think logically, or we're not going to use any critical thinking or anything like that. We're just going to say, you know what? This seems like this, so yeah, that's the answer. and that's what they do. That's what the Jehovah's Witnesses do very, very often. And I have a problem with that. I have a huge problem with it. That's where this whole unconditional love thing comes from, Like, they'll tell you 100 times how much we love you, how much God cares about you, how much God wants the best for you. But if you think that this isn't the right religion, God no longer is in the picture. You can still believe in Jehovah. You can say, okay, I believe in Jehovah. I believe Jehovah is the only true God. But I don't believe this religion is right. And because I believe everything else, I just don't believe in this organization, I'm going to keep doing the things that I do. You will still be shunned and kicked out of the organization and have all your friends and family told not to have anything to do with you. Just think about that for a second. If I were to continue going out of field service, right? If I got 80 hours a month out of field service, right? I studied and read, each and every Watchtower article and stuff that come out, even though it's coming from them. And I do all of this other stuff, and I just say, you know what? I just don't think that I want to take information from the governing body anymore. I'll read the Bible myself, and I'll come to my own conclusions and things, right? You will be told to get out, you're an apostate, and you don't have nothing else to do with the Jehovah's Witness organization. You will, like, your family and friends will be told not to hang out with you no more. They're like, yeah, man, this dude, he left Jehovah. Like, wait a second, I just left your organization. I didn't leave Jehovah. I still believe in Jehovah. I still believe in Jesus and everybody else. I just don't believe in y'all no more. Well, you don't believe in us, you don't believe in Jehovah. Because that's what they do. They've replaced Jehovah with themselves. And they've replaced the word unconditional with conditional. You think unconditional means there's no conditions, but in Jehovah's Witness organization, you learn the difference for that really, really quickly. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that takes long to get a grip on. It don't take long at all. You be up in there thinking, man, y'all gonna love me no matter what? I keep hearing y'all talk about unconditional love. Word, that's amazing. I appreciate that. I've never had unconditional love. People keep kicking me out of their house because I beat off in their gardens. But y'all gonna love me no matter what? Bring me your finest tulips and petunias. Man, I've been waiting for this moment. Nah, but bigger point. There is no such thing as unconditional love inside the Jehovah's Witness organization. Don't let them tell you that it is. It's not. You're loved up until the point they read you off on the stage. Then, those conditions come in like a ton of bricks. Anyway, It's your boy, Jay the Comedian. I hope y'all having a great day. My wrist should heal at some point today, I hope. Who the hell gets injured in their sleep? Who wakes up with an injury? This guy. Anyway, holla at your guala. Deuces.